It's been a hot minute since I've made a Fortnite video, to be honest. But yeah, today we've got a bunch of information to go over regarding this humongous robot. I don't even actually know really what to call it. I guess it's a robot. Is it going to load in? There we go. Yeah, this humongous robot that's currently being built. This timer. And why half of Polar Peak has gone. So, in order to go over that, we have to go back a long time ago, like literally like the start of the season. Maybe the first proper patch, so like 9.10. We have to go all the way back to there, to when 9.10 came out, I think it was. And a bunch of event files got added. So, there's this huge sea monster. Let me just see if I can zoom in real quick. Focal, there we go. That's what I want. Oh. So, Polar Peak. As you can see, it's got a huge crack in it. And the tall ice castle has gone. Now, it's been taken by a huge creature. Okay, well, I say huge, we don't actually know how big it is. But it's been taken by a sea monster of sorts. And that sea monster has gone around destroying things. It's destroyed, if we go up to Pleasant real quick, on the way we can look at Loot Lake. It destroyed the cabling over by Loot Lake. Neo Tilted right now is powered by Loot Lake, by the vault, supposedly. So as you can see, it kind of just destroyed. Yeah, there, you can see the huge footprint there. It absolutely destroyed this wiring over here. I don't actually think it destroyed anything here, but yeah. If we go to Pleasant, where is Pleasant? Here we go. If we go to Pleasant. It destroyed the modern house, which was, to be honest, actually quite a good house. It destroyed the whole modern house on its way. It did leave a footprint, though, in Pleasant, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, over in Polar, as you can see, there's huge footprints everywhere. Yeah, this monster's gone on a bit of a rampage. Now, we don't actually know specifically what the monster looks like in the 4x image. There is a monster bottom right, and we assume that that's the monster, but obviously we can't 100% confirm that, but it's highly likely. And then this is the huge robot. So, in June, I think it was midway through June. Oh, those look like steps. I think it was like midway through June. Pressure plant got turned. It had like this floor here, and then from then until now, this huge robot has been getting built on it. Obviously, this is taller. This is pretty much the tallest point in the map, I believe. If this was on ground level, like if this was up here, there'd be no doubt that it's the tallest point in the map. No doubt. Yeah, this thing is huge. This thing is supposedly gonna fight the sea creature, and that's where this timer comes in. There's actually, let me see if I can find it. Oh, why is it not spawned in? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, usually about here, I think there's one here, and then, okay, there isn't one here, that's not wide enough. But yeah, there's one here. There's these signs in game that say, like, get to safety and all that, just warning that like, there's an attack on its way, and that's exactly what this time is, because one of them says get to high ground, and it shows a picture of these, the sky platforms. So, conveniently as well, these sky platforms are in the exact same position, I think, or moderately the same position that that the cube's runes were in. So if I go to the map, oh, you can't. There's one there. That's where the Wailing one was. That's where the Pleasant one was. There's one about here, which is where the Shifty one was. So there's one, I believe, just here. There's one there, which is where the first rune was placed. There's one there, which is close enough to retail. It was more like here, but it's close enough. And then there's one here, and then there's one here. And that's where all the runes were. and now there's sky platforms in this place for whatever reason. Don't know why. Don't know why they're placed here, but yeah. So this is counting down. This countdown will end. Get ready. Next Saturday, which is, let me quickly check. Actually, Saturday, the 20th, at 2 p.m. ET, which is 7 p.m. UK time. This time will end, and supposedly the event will start. Now, seeing as there's a countdown, we can only assume that there's going to be like some sort of like actual event mode, like where we had for the Marshmallow event. We had a specific mode for that, the Showtime mode, and then for the Unvaulting event, we had the Unvaulting mode. It was a Team Rumble match, pretty much, just with the event files inside of it. So, this is going to all go down next Saturday. Obviously, I'll be recording and everything. There's theories that we'll get a whole new map from it. I don't know if we'll get a whole new map because the event is literally... the event is literally like a few days before the World Cup. So they are definitely not going to give us a whole new map just a few days before the... Actually, I don't know. They might give us a whole new map, but the World Cup will still be played on this map. I can't say for sure. In my theory, I've just made a theory up on the spot there, actually. In my theory, in the event, the whole map will be destroyed and we'll get a whole new map that will be fully playable in Season 10, or that will be built throughout Season 10. But for the World Cup, this map will be played because this is the one that everyone's been getting used to for the World Cup. And it'd be so dumb to give us a brand new map that we have to learn in like 3 days for the World Cup. The biggest event, or the biggest prize pool in esports history, $30 million from the World Cup. So they're not going to give us a whole new map. They might give us a whole new map, but they're certainly not going to use that one for the World Cup. We're definitely still going to be using this one for the World Cup. So, that's actually pretty much all there is to it. This robot is going to be finished by the time that this time is finished. If I quickly do this, obviously you can see it is counting down. Yeah, this robot's going to be finished. We're not entirely sure what's going to happen. Maybe these two things rise up and then the monster comes out, trashes all of this shit, and it does whatever he's going to do. And then the Polar Peak monster and the robot will clash. Well, apparently that's what's going to happen. That's the theory. That these two will fight. And then, yeah. I guess we'll just see what happens. But I can't show you the monster because I don't actually... It's not actually in-game. This is the only thing that we can show you in relation to the event. This monster supposedly is called Dogus. And then the robot's called Dogus. And then the monster from Polar Peak is called Catus. That's what we've got so far. Catus and Douglas will fight. I can't show you the Catus, the monster from Polar Peak, because it just simply isn't visible. Apparently it's in the sea, but like you can't actually go under the sea, and obviously you don't know where exactly it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There is footage actually of it carrying Polar Peak on its back, so clearly it's still got the stuff on its back. I don't know, maybe it'll like throw it at the robot or something, I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much all there is to it. I record the event, obviously. It seems like it's going to be a huge event. I mean, it's one corner of the map. It's this corner of the map versus this corner of the map. And then, I mean, who knows what could happen after that. Who knows how it's going to end. Epic do. We will on Saturday at like 9 p.m. GMT or 8 p.m. GMT or BST, I mean, sorry. I think we get a new map. But the old one will be played for the World Cup. Because it'd be dumb to give us a whole new map for the World Cup when the World Cup's literally just a few days after. That's it for this video, I think. Yeah. 7 days. 2 p.m. ET next Saturday, 7 p.m. BST. Whatever time zone you're in, just Google that time zone to BST and then just, yeah, go on to savvytime.com or something, I think it is. And then they'll just tell you it'll tell you what time it is. I think it's like 5 a.m. in Australia. Anyway, that's it. See you on the next one. I'm going to record the event. Of course, I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to record it because streaming just takes up... It just makes it too laggy. So I'm going to record it. That's it. Peace out.